Hello guys, it's Julia here, and today I'm going to show you guys the new phone I have got. Now, as you know, 2020 has not been the very best year, so I want to try to make 2020 better, so I'm going to be making some massive changes. Now, the first change is that I'm actually going to be switching to a phone that is not a smartphone. So, I got this phone right here, which is some LG phone, and I'm gonna be using this. This is one of my old phones that I had, but I'm gonna be using it as a main phone, and I'm gonna be getting Verizon service so I can actually use this phone. And you guys can see that there's the front of the screen, and then it's got music, Bluetooth, key guard, contacts, messaging, recent calls, the pictures, and that's what you could do with the front screen. But here's the cool thing about this phone. You can just open the phone up. And as you can see, it's a phone. Now I need to figure out how to change that clock, but I am using my old camera because I did get rid of my Pixel and all my other phones that are smartphones. Therefore, I can't use them to record anymore, as I am recording with an actual camera. So we got media center, messaging, my ringtones, my pictures, VCast music, contacts, recent calls, games, settings and tools, and yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff. You can see they have some tones and some pictures. They even have some games. They have some web browsing, but it probably won't be as good. You can browse and download stuff and extras. And messaging is your messages, ringtones, pictures, you know, all the stuff. So basically this is the phone I'm going to be using for quite a while. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to use this phone for, but since my phone service is ending anyways and is getting canceled, that is why I've decided to switch to this phone, because my service is getting canceled and I want a phone that isn't a smartphone for once, because I feel like a lot of people have smartphones. So I kind of just want to, you know, bring back the classic days and use this. Besides, I don't use my phone much, you know. I use my computer for everything mainly, not really my phone. All I really use my phone for is calling and texting anyways, and I use my computer for everything else. So it doesn't really matter. And I'm letting people use my old smartphones, like old family members, old friends, and they have them and they're currently using them, because you can see they're not in here. I don't have any phones around at all. I just have this, and I'm getting rid of this watch too, so I'm gonna give that to a friend. But you could see that this is the phone that I'm actually going to be using. So that is one of the changes in 2020 that I'm going to do, because in this video I'm talking about all the changes I'm doing in 2020, and one of the changes is going to be using this phone, which I like. The thing I like, I kind of showed contacts, so I can't show that. The thing I like is that it's got this keyboard. If I go to message and go to new message, you could see I type two blah blah, because I need to put all my contacts in, which I have to go on my Google account to get them because I reset my phone. Hi, this is, and if I can do like a shift and type, maybe. Yeah, I hold shift and I type J and it capitalizes it. And you can see it does that. So I am switching to Verizon, because my other phone plan's getting canceled. It's not even being in use. I took the SIM card out. It's getting deactivated tomorrow. So I saved that to drafts. So it's getting deactivated tomorrow, and I don't even have the phones anymore. Because in my opinion, I kind of miss the older days. I miss the days when, you know, there wasn't really smartphones. You know, the days where there wasn't as much social media. Because another thing I'm going to say is that I'm not going to be using other social medias really anymore. I might, one social media I'm most likely quitting is Instagram, and the reason I'm quitting it is because basically they've just, for one, I'm not going to have a phone anymore, and I usually only use it on my phone, but on Twitter I can actually go on the computer on that. And two, because Instagram was being dumb and it kept blocking me from doing things such as liking pictures. It happened 2 times this week, and I was reading through them and liking posts, and then it just blocked me from doing it. So I just kind of got fed up, and that was one of the reasons I just didn't want my phone anymore. And it's just, in my opinion, I just wanted, you know, something different. So basically I'm switching to this. I'm getting this activated tomorrow, my other phone deactivated tomorrow, which is I don't have. So I'm gonna take this to the Verizon store. Hopefully they'll activate this because this will be the phone I'm gonna be using from now on, and I have to deal with this camera too. I don't even know how to take pictures on this phone yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So if I go to pictures, okay, hold on, and I go to options, and then I go to take picture. I could take a picture, and you can see the quality is not that good. So it's really bad, as you can see. It's not a very good camera whatsoever. So we'll just take a random picture. Oh, I'm covering the camera. That might not help. I forgot the camera was down there and not up here. I'm not used to this. No wonder it didn't look. It's hard to take pictures on this phone without covering the camera. Yeah, that doesn't look that good. So basically, one change, switching to a phone, which most people probably call these dumb phones, but back then there wasn't no smartphones, and they just called them like cell phones. So, I mean, the thing I like about this though is the keyboard. Like, I can type messages with this, and it'll be so cool. So basically I'm switching to this tomorrow. And no more Pixel. My Pixel is gone. I unfortunately gave it away to a friend, so I no longer have that. So another change that I'm doing, which you guys might think I'm crazy, is that I've downgraded my computer to Windows 7. Yes, this is Windows 7, as you can see. I can even open WinVer and prove to you that it is indeed Windows 7. Because you can see it's Windows 7 Professional, 6.1, build 7601, Service Pack 1, and I can open, you know, the control panel, and I have everything here. I have all my programs installed, which I installed them all, and here's all the stuff I have on here. Now I know my camera's blurry. That's because I don't have my Pixel camera anymore. Unfortunately, that's the one disappointing thing, but you know, I guess I'll live with it. So yeah, I just installed this today with a special custom ISO called Windows 7 for newer computers or something like that. And I actually installed this on real hardware, and it does work. Now I'll show you guys, which, as you guys know, I make tech videos, because you can see my channel here. I don't know why my banner's gone. I think it's like something to do with something. I don't know. It's glitched, and I wish my camera wasn't blurry. But it'd be better if it was actually like better quality. But I guess it's just how this camera is, since I haven't used it in a while. So basically, yeah, I made a video on my old Acer laptop, which it did come with Windows 7, and Windows 7 was my childhood, and I wanted to run 7, so I pretty much used this ISO and basically got my drivers injected in it, so that way it will install on my hardware, because as you can see, this is my computer. It's a custom built. It's actually meant to run Windows 10, but I had managed to get it on 7. I did get it on 8.1 before as well, but the graphics driver really wasn't meant for 8.1, because with the RX 580 card, it seems to only want to run with either Windows 7 or 10. They don't have 8.1 drivers. I know it's the weirdest thing ever. And this is real. The monitors are plugged into the computer. So this isn't any other machine or anything like that. This is completely real. And I do have my Dell, but this isn't even on, which I'm probably gonna downgrade this to Windows 7. Even though it was glitchy, I don't care. I want it to work. I am having problems with Windows Update though. Because I was trying to do all the updates on Windows Update, and that's just because, you know, I want to keep my system up to date, but they keep failing. So if I go to update history, you can see that it keeps failing to do these updates. And the thing about this is that they keep failing. So with .NET updates failing, the monthly roll-ups are failing. Now, I did have this issue on my Dell when it was on Windows 7, and I think it's due to the NVMe, because as you know, my Dell laptop and my desktop does have an NVMe drive in there. And the NVMe driver is very glitchy with Windows 7. It never works right. I remember when I had Windows 7 on my Dell, it wouldn't even update either, and they kept failing, and I literally tried everything, and the updates just would never install. I've tried installing these updates like multiple times, and they just keep failing. So I gotta keep trying, or I'm just gonna have to live without it. I mean, Windows 7 did end support, but at this point, like, I really want the nostalgic feel of using Windows 7. So that is the reason I've made my system be able to run Windows 7 and got a custom ISO with custom drivers, and obviously because this is this is weird with NVMe, the updates will not install, just like my Dell. Because yes, I did have to reinstall completely and format the drive because, trying to install an older operating system on a newer computer, yeah, you're gonna have to like format it and such, because as you know, it's just how Windows 7 is. And see, there it goes, failed. They all failed. It said installing 1, but then it said 3 updates failed. Something is just really glitched. If anyone can help me with that error, please leave a comment so I can actually use Windows 7 without, it failing to do updates. So basically, I will be making more videos, as you guys can see. I just made a video a week ago. Before that was 3 weeks ago. I've just been really busy, online school has been going on and such. But I just wanted to make this video saying I'm switching to this phone and Windows 7 for I don't know how long. In my opinion, Windows 7 is very stable. Even though my computer's meant to run 10, I got 7 to work, and I'm most likely going to keep it for a while because it did take a lot of work and effort just to get this operating system working on here. And Windows 7 just is much more stable than 10. Like, I don't know what Microsoft did with like 1909 and stuff, but they just, every like week something breaks with Microsoft. I always hear about some article with something breaking, and I'm just like, can Microsoft ever get it right? Like, I understand that, things are gonna have issues and nothing's perfect, but lately 10 has just been having so many problems compared to 7, and I feel like Microsoft, if you're watching this, please try and make 10 not have as many bugs. Make sure your updates you're releasing aren't buggy. I'm surprised I even got this working, but pretty much, yeah, I'm on 7. I also made a tweet about it as well, saying that I downgraded to 7. Yeah, and I also posted on Instagram, but that's most likely the last post you guys will see on Instagram, because that was right before I got rid of my phone. So I was going to be using Mac OS for a week, but I don't know how that's going to react, because I had to change a ton of BIOS settings on my computer just to get this to work, and Mac OS probably is not going to boot on that other drive in my system anymore. So yeah, so just wanted to make the video explaining the 2 things I'm doing different for 2020 using this phone and Windows 7. And Windows 7, you're such a great operating system. You're so stable. Please stop failing with these updates. Please, like, actually fix yourself, because this is getting annoying. I just want to be able to do updates, and it's just like, no, you can't. Anyways, guys, I will be making more videos in the future. I'll hopefully make a part 2 to that Acer video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying today. Hopefully you guys are having a fabulous day, because, new month and new plans. Because since it's now April, I have new plans, which is, the 2 new plans, which is this phone and 7. And even if this doesn't update, I don't care. I'm still using this. I'm not getting rid of this for a while. So Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and also another announcement, I will have to use Movie Maker now, and the reason is because DaVinci Resolve does not work on Windows 7. So for the time being, I'm going to be using Movie Maker, but that's only going to be temporary. If you guys want to let me know some good video editors and stuff, please leave a comment so that way I can start using a new editor, because I really don't want to go back to Movie Maker, but DaVinci just does not work on 7. I tried it in the past when I did that 1.7 challenge and I could not get DaVinci to work. So if you guys have any ways to get DaVinci to work on here so I don't have to use Movie Maker, please let me know. So, sorry for the bad video quality. This camera is not the best. I would have recorded on OBS on my computer because I do have OBS, but, you know, I wanted to show this. So I decided just to use my old camera and to record a video saying what's going on. So, anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my news for 2020, and I may actually end up doing some other things differently as well, but those are just a couple of the things I'm doing differently. Don't expect to see me on Instagram really anymore, or a lot. I may like occasionally log in on my computer. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, change the phone number and all that though, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and bye bye for now.